thank you. I appreciate that. Those were by far the best student speeches I've heard in 17 years. Give them a round of applause. Check. Cash. Bitcoin. All right, that was my joke. Hubble's last lesson. The first 10 years of my 36 years in education, I was a classroom teacher from kindergarten to 6th grade. Today, I am honored to give the Nipomo High School class of 2019 my last lesson. It might surprise many of you that I, who have announced literally hundreds of sporting events in front of tens of thousands of people over the years, football, basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, powder puff, and the seniors crush the juniors 22-8. Sorry, Mr. J. That I, like many of you, have always been terrified of public speaking, even to this day. It's true. So, I'm going to need some help up here from somebody who is not afraid of anything, somebody who displays courage and bravery on a daily basis. My man, Nico Ortiz.
Nico!
Nico, come up here and help me out. Nico told me, you got this, Hubble.
Yeah.
I first met Nico 4 years ago when I was his Special Olympics basketball coach. Since then, he has been a 4-year varsity starter for the Nipomo Titans team. Give it up for Nico. I will never forget our first game that year. Two very enthusiastic adults commandeered our team banner and parked themselves on the baseline behind our basket for the entire game, shaking the banner and cheering loudly. Who were they? Nico's mother and father, Maribel and Larry Ortiz.
Go, Nico!
Can Maribel and Larry please stand for a moment, as well as Nico's little brother, Victor. Incredible family, incredible parents. In fact, Nico's birth name is actually Larry, after his father, and his older brother, Larry. That's a lot of Larrys. Almost as many as George's and George Foreman's family. But anyway, Nico is short, actually, for Nicholas, Nico's middle name. Today, I'm going to share some words of advice from Nico and his family. This is the first time a special needs student like Nico has been able to share some thoughts and talents with his or her classmates at the NHS graduation ceremony, coming from his own unique perspective. In addition, I will be sharing some of my own thoughts with a little help from an article by a man named Mark Leach, a writer who has a child with Down syndrome, which is Nico's condition as well. Reminder, students, always cite your sources, just like Smoot, McConnell, and Gutschel taught you, especially when you get to college. Science lesson. Maribel and Larry and Nico were okay with me sharing a bit about Nico's disability. It is called Down syndrome and is named after John Langdon Down, an English physician from the 1860s. Dr. Down was a brilliant man and dedicated his life to the children in his care. He was ahead of his time and worked to teach children with developmental disabilities and worked to give them skills that the world of his day denied such children. Down syndrome is one of the most common chromosomal abnormalities and occurs in about 1 in every 1,000 babies born each year. It is caused by the presence of all or part of a third copy of chromosome 21. Mark Leach says, as a parent, I have long wished that the good doctor who wrote of his patients had a different surname. Imagine what effect it would have had on those living with Down syndrome and on parents first receiving the diagnosis if Dr. Downs' last name had been awesome. Principal talking to school teacher. I wanted to let you know about a new student who will be in your class. You see, he has awesome syndrome. Human Resources Director talking to employer. I wanted to talk with you about a new employee we are hiring. His name is Nico, and he has awesome syndrome. All of you who have had the pleasure of knowing Nico, I think you will agree with me that he is indeed awesome.
Go, Nico!
A common saying designed to free people of their inhibitions is dance like nobody is watching. Nico Ortiz has no use for this saying because, as you know, Nico is a great dancer and he dances like everybody is watching and he don't care. He has entertained us at rallies many times and on the quad at lunchtime most every day. Dancing is his gift and he loves to share that gift with us. When asked what was one thing that Maribel and Larry wished people knew about Nico, they said he has a big heart and just wants to be accepted by his peers. They added that a special trait that Nico has is that he wears his emotions on his sleeve. Victor, Nico's little brother, says Nico is a quick learner and easy to teach. I love you, brother. Nico's advice for his fellow graduates is work hard and never give up. You can do it. I did. One of my goals in bringing the Special Olympics and Best Buddies program to Nipomo High School was to make our school a more tolerant and more inclusive place. It warms my heart to see how fully included all of our students with special needs are welcomed and included on campus. Aaliyah is a cheerleader. Joey loves to play soccer with you at break. Zulon amazes us with his memory. Anthony keeps us laughing with his sharp sense of humor. Connor's encyclopedic knowledge about Spider-Man is impressive. Casey made great progress this year and played on the basketball team for the first time in 4 years. Anissa continues to come out of her shell and shot a shot at the Special Olympics this year. And we have several more students that have fully been included on our campus. We have literally had hundreds of best buddies over the years who have developed a special bond with their buddy. I'm so proud of all of them and all of you. One of the goals of the Special Olympics program, started by Eunice Shriver in 1968, is to eradicate the use of the R word. The word is so hurtful to special needs students and their parents that I cannot even bring myself to say it. It rhymes with the word regarded, which is how I see all of you treating our students with intellectual disabilities as highly regarded. If you say the R word in front of me, I will not be nice to you. And you better hope that Mamba Bear Maribel does not get to you first. My challenge and final request of you is that if you hear somebody use the R word, step in, say something. Do not validate it by your silence. I rarely, if ever, hear it on our campus, but I do hear it in other places. Thank you for your help with that. That is your ongoing final exam for my last lesson. In closing, I will read part of a poem that your fellow graduating senior, Casey's mother, gave to me a few days ago. Casey is our other graduating senior with special needs, and he had his own ceremony at his house last weekend, but he's also moving on. They say that I have special needs, and while that's very true, the needs that matter most to me are the same ones you have too. I need to be accepted. I need friends that make me smile. I need a chance to learn and grow, feeling valued all the while. Stop me from crying, thank you. Maribel shared that Nico does not have any social media accounts, no cell phone. Well, he did have a cell phone, but he broke it. No Facebook. Oh, that's right, you guys are over Facebook or never into it. No Instagram, no Snapchat, not even a TikTok account, Mr. McConnell. Why do I mention this? It made me think. Nico spends his free time singing and dancing. He shares his gift with us. He is invested in us, not his phone. Boys, not Fortnite. In us. He touches our hearts. I hope we can learn a lesson from Nico. Touch more hearts. Touch less screens. Touch more hearts. Touch less screens. Now, in honor of Nico's love for music and dance, let's wrap this thing up.